creatures of the night. I sat in front of this camera earlier to do the review, and honestly, I was so astonished by what I saw, and I don't mean that in a good way, that I was just like, I couldn't find the words to describe how I felt. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get back to this. I'm going to get back to this. This is the 100th episode of Ring of Honor since Tony Khan has purchased Ring of Honor. We've had some good times. We had some bad times as well, a lot of that. But I've stuck through it. I have stuck through every Ring of Honor pay-per-view and every episode since he has purchased this promotion. I saw the card the other day and I was like, this is not screaming to me like it's a special episode, but okay, we'll see how that goes. I just don't understand. Now, I don't understand how people are still watching this. I am so sorry to say. I love pro wrestling, so wherever there's pro wrestling, I am going to watch. But for the average people, I could totally see why they're not purchasing this, this subscription, because it's just like there's not really much to look forward to when they're not being consistent with things. And I am absolutely, this 100th episode was definitely more on one of the worst episodes that I've actually seen. Nothing really felt special about this at all. We have Mark Briscoe at the beginning of the show, who is basically congratulating Ring of Honor for their 100th episode, hoping for another 100. And Pastor Briscoe, if we're going to get another 100, you're going to have to start praying on it, because I don't know if that will be the case. Honestly, I'm not really sure if anybody over there is taking Ring of Honor that seriously for there to be another 100 episodes. I am just absolutely dumbfounded when I'm sitting here watching this show and hopefully trying to encourage other people to watch it. And consistently, I feel like I am not encouraging anyone to watch it. I feel like the potential is absolutely there. They have a really great roster. And I just feel like the effort is at a minimum, a bare minimum. Unfortunately, they started off with QT versus a Commander for the TV title. The only title on the line on this show started off the show. Now, I will say this is probably one of the few matches that is actually makes sense in terms of what's going on. QT has won an opportunity to get this title shot, and he played that heel character amazingly well throughout the match, and the crowd was absolutely feeding off that energy. So unlike pretty much the rest of the show, you got crowd reaction, because heels, they do help with, the booing and the cheering and making things feel like, hey, you got this bad guy in the ring. Commander's going to do what he can to overcome whatever QT got for him. Now, QT, I don't see him taking the title anytime soon, but I think he's great, even though I'm no fan. Our boy Commander ends up retaining, which I'm cool with. The only match really worth sitting through. And then after that, we get Layla Gray versus Marty Bell. I was hoping for a little bit better, and this is more on the short side. Layla Gray ends up taking the win. The Outrunners versus John Cruz and Rosario Grillo. This was like, okay, we haven't seen the Outrunners on this show for a little bit. They was on here last week randomly, teaming up with Commander. For what reason? Who the hell knows? And sometimes it just feels like it's one of those things where it's like, we're putting people that is sitting back there and catering, not doing a damn thing, and just say, hey, get your gear on and do something for Ring of Honor. Some these things are not making sense. I thought, like, with watching this show, there wasn't like a whole bunch of wrestlers that has previously been in Ring of Honor to congratulate them for having 100 episodes. There wasn't like little clips of really great matches throughout that 100 weeks that we have had Ring of Honor to commemorate what they've had accomplished, which is 100 episodes. There was none of that going on, and I'm just like, what the hell? What they did do is Athena, who's at home, standing there in front of a camera with her spinner belt, basically celebrating the 100th episode of Ring of Honor and how she's going to be back soon. That was it. Now look, our girl, she deserves some time off. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I was just like, it felt very like, this feels like a regular episode. Nothing about it felt like 100 episodes. After this, Beast Mortos. Oh Lord, I love that man. I love him. Goes against Lord Crew, who also has a really great look. I fall for the tattoos and the beards. I just love it. Big guy. The crowd didn't even react. The crowd was quiet, okay? I could literally probably hear like heartbeats, okay, through the TV. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, you got two really great wrestlers here, and there was no connection. And once again, there's no connection because people don't watch this show. They're stuck pretty much just watching these matches that they have no clue about what's going on because they purchased tickets for the show before. And this is no shade, but this is just the truth because I've been to many of these shows, and a lot of times people are like, well, I don't understand what's going on. I don't know, the stories or whatnot. And people don't understand because they're not watching. And it doesn't really help. And I felt bad for these two guys because the crickets was just absolutely loud, and I couldn't believe it. Beast Mortos ends up taking the win. After this, I could not believe it. Could not believe it that they gave a classic match. Christopher Daniels tag match, teaming up with Seidel and them. From 2006. And I was just like, look, the Fallen Angel, we love you. He did confirm that the career is over. So, hopefully he enjoyed retirement and stay employed with AEW, do something backstage or something. But this was the opportunity for Ring of Honor to go back and look at some of their best moments from these past 100 fucking weeks. And I couldn't believe it that they took us back to 2006. Okay? I was just like, wait a minute. Why? Maybe next week we could do the Christopher Daniels thing, but I couldn't believe it that they actually went and did that. That was a really long match, by the way, and this was an opportunity for them to feature things that has happened recently, the best moments, the ugliest moments, whatever, like something where you gave categories in terms of ranking certain things that happened throughout these 100 weeks and nothing. And I couldn't even believe that they did that. At that point, I kind of felt like the rest of the show is going downhill from here. Now, Layla Gray, she does her interview with Alexi, and long story short, she says that, she's going to be taking a lot of W's this year, and especially taking a W with challenging Red Velvet for the Ring of Honor TV title. Now just like, yes, great. We're going to put these two ladies in a feud and have a nice storyline to tell. And these girls are going to get something out of it. I was motherfucking wrong. They already announced that their match is next week. And I was just like, what the hell? How is it that somebody challenges someone and automatically the very next thing we're going to do is have a match? There is nothing from Red Velvet to say, hey bitch, you can't challenge me, whatever. There's nothing between these girls. All we're going to do is just going to throw this match out there and get it done and over with. I couldn't even believe it. You know what? I should have believed it, to be honest with you. I just was like, how are we building any of these people up? Every once in a while, Layla Gray has a match, but she's not a focus on the show. But she comes on and challenges for the title, and she gets no back and forth, no nothing with the champion. We just gonna get this done and over with next week. Wow, I can't even believe it. After this, Taya Valkyrie goes against Lady Frost. Taya Valkyrie is here with Deonna Purrazzo. That's my girl. However, the momentum for the Vendettas have absolutely died down. If they quietly just disband the group, nobody would even remember. Well, I would remember, but they haven't done much with these girls. And all of a sudden, the Vendettas on Ring of Honor, y'all had these girls on TV. Y'all had them going around Jersey, buying pizza shop, doing the girl Italian mob thing and everything. And y'all been having them taking nothing but L's. And I'm just like, you know what? We don't want them to win on AEW TV. We're going to send them to Ring of Honor to get some W's. What the fuck? Couldn't believe it. Taya in the ring with Lady Frost actually gives us a decent match. We do have Deonna, who is obviously getting physical with Lady Frost, so this is not going to be an easy win for Lady Frost. But then again, Lady Frost never wins a match, and people like her. We actually really like Lady Frost, and she can't win nothing out of all these 100 episodes. She's been featured, definitely one of the most especially out of the girls. And I can't tell you a time that she's won. I literally cannot tell you a time that she's won something. Taya Valkyrie ends up taking the win. Now, we're back to, all right, there's a few people in here employed. We don't got anything for them to do. Let's just put them all in a group. They give us Jack Jameson. I didn't even know it was Jack Jameson, to be honest with you. Jack Jameson is the one who comes out with the Iron Savages that used to be Bear Country. Now get this. These past few weeks I've been telling y'all that we've only been seeing, what was his name? Boulder, BK Boulder. We've only been seeing him the past few weeks, and I've been wondering, okay, why is it just him? Where's Jack Jameson? Where is Bronson? Now, all of a sudden, here is Jack Jameson dressed up like some teenager or somebody from fucking college, freshman year. He's back there. I'm so used to seeing him with no shirt on. I didn't even know it was him. I really didn't know. He went over there while Cole Carter, Preston Vance, Lord have mercy, Preston Vance went at the gym, and Griff Garrison, they all look good. They all look like they've been working out. They were actually backstage working out, and here's Jack Jameson out of the blue who says, oh, we should all be a group. We should all be like a fraternity and be part of a group. I'm going to help y'all get bad bitches. Well, he didn't say that, but you know, I'm going to help y'all get some girls and go to parties, and we're going to win titles and all that stuff. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? It felt so random because we have been seeing the Iron Savages for at least a year since they've stopped with the Bear Country thing. And I actually like them all as a group. Now, whatever ended up happening to Bronson, I don't know. I hope he's okay. I'll follow some of these wrestlers on social media. Jack Jameson and Boulder, they've actually been doing bookings outside of AEW. Just them two, no Bronson. And I've just been like, okay, something's definitely off. And now here we have, without them confirming anything, just put Jack Jameson into some fraternity group with these young studs. Lord have mercy, Preston Vance, he look good. Called the Fraternity. And then the boys, they get together and they're like, well, we're going to think about it and see if we want to do this. And then they end up basically saying, we're going to think about it. Oh my God, the Fraternity? Tony Khan, the Fraternity. Is that what we're doing with these young guys? I can't even believe it. I don't see this working out, but whatever. We're going to have to take it the way they're giving it to us anyway. After this, Gates of Agony versus Joey Lucas and Teriyaki. We do appreciate you, Teriyaki. We appreciate when you come on. But Gates of Agony, holy shit. They're going to be on Collision on Saturday. So this is a little warm up for them. And they were absolutely dominating. And I do want to say that these are originally two guys who they just threw together and said, we'll see if it sticks. And it's worked. It's worked. They don't have enough TV time in terms of promos and really getting themselves out there as characters. But they have put in the work as a team. And after all this time, it's paid off. They look like a fucking amazing team. It's a squash situation, but still, they look great. And they're ready for their match on Collision. And I forgot who they were going against, but it's not looking good for them. After there's Chris Jericho, who is the Ring of Honor that was a TV title. He has the Ring of Honor World Championship for no motherfucking reason. No reason at all. He can't be bothered to be on the show. There's no storylines with him, with anybody on this motherfucking show, Tony Khan. People are paying $10 motherfucking dollars to watch this thing. And your champion, your world champion, can't be bothered to be on the show. Talking about, oh, it's 100 episodes. Let's talk about 100 of Chris Jericho best moments in Ring of Honor. Bitch, you've never even been on Ring of Honor for 10 motherfucking episodes, and you want us to sit here and talk about 100 top moments of Chris Jericho in Ring of Honor? Are you fucking kidding me? I couldn't even believe it. At that point, I was really checking the motherfucker out because none of this makes sense. Now look, because Jericho's a veteran or whatever, he got some respect, I guess a little bit of pull in that company. But how is he helping with Ring of Honor in any way, shape, or form? Not a motherfucking way, if you ask me. Now, here we have main event, Shibata versus Shane Taylor. And I was just like, it's not looking good for our boy Shane Taylor. But I was like, you know what? Maybe he's going to take the win. Why? He's part of SCP. They are growing as a faction. And they should be taking these wins, especially here in Ring of Honor. It's important. Shibata, who was, I mean, he did his thing against Shane. But Shane was very dominating here. And we have the infantry who is ringside. They look like they're going to rob people after the show, but that's okay. They're over there and they're getting themselves that little bit of TV time, and they're really playing into these heel characters that they have become over the past couple of months. And I think it works really, really well with them. However, for whatever motherfucking reason, no matter what Shane Taylor did to Shibata, Shibata just kicks out every motherfucking time. And I was just like, wait, what the hell? And then he ends up taking the win. I couldn't believe it. Now, it gets worse. Here is Shane Taylor and the whole group. Lee Moriarty came out there as well to beat up Shibata. And y'all know I love Shibata. I didn't want him to get beat up, but you know, it is what it is. We got to build up these characters. And then they beat him up. And guess who comes out for the save? Just guess. Just motherfucking guess. Daniel Garcia. Daniel motherfucking Garcia, who has not been on Ring of Honor since he's won the TV title in what, the first year of Ring of Honor? Within like the first 50 episodes? Who is back all of a sudden. Now he has the TNT title. He comes on over there. But now it's just him against all these other people. Shibata laid out anyway. He can't even help. So then, here comes music. You know it's all about the boom. What is Adam Cole doing here? Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. Now, you know what? When we think of, Ring of Honor guys, those are the three. But still, they come on out there. And, STP, they end up having to retreat because there's nothing that they can do. So they end up saving Shibata and scatter like flies. And I'm just like, okay, what does this have to do with what's going on in Ring of Honor? This was pretty much from what happened on Collision. And now they're bringing it onto fucking Ring of Honor. Shane Taylor has been there for so long, and he's been putting in the work. They got this new faction going, a faction full of brothers, and then we got Trisha Dora, who's also there as well. And they are supposed to be up and coming. And no matter what, there's always somebody who's fucking putting them down. Shibata, I love you, but you did not need this win. They try to justify it after this. They try to justify why Shibata needed this win. Guess what? Right after this, Uncle Don back there with Takeshita. Long story short, Takeshita is like, Shibata, I'm gonna whoop your ass on Collision for the international championship. They did this. They sacrificed STP for Shibata to go against Takeshita. I couldn't believe that. They didn't even need to do that. Shibata's name holds enough weight for him to just say, you know what, take his little Google translator and say, you know what, Shibata, Takeshita, I want to go against you for the title at Collision. They didn't even need to sacrifice Shane Taylor Promotions for this. I could not believe it. This is why nobody's buying this motherfucking app, Tony Khan, because you're doing things that don't make sense, and people want to like this. We love these wrestlers. We want to see them doing something. We want to see them succeed, and for me, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, what y'all literally doing shit so that the people y'all featuring on Collision, so that they can get a come up and go on to do bigger and better things. I could not even believe that they even did that. I was just mind blown, and then I was just like, I'm checking the motherfucker out. This is just the stories are not connecting, and they're doing things out of convenience to help with Collision and Dynamite. What the fuck, Adam Cole? Adam Cole, who was there. Adam Cole, who was motherfucking there to help Shibata. When he had the Ring of Honor Tag Championships, you could not pay Adam Cole to be over there with MJF, even to address Ring of Honor for any shape or form. I couldn't even believe it, that now all of a sudden, you got no title or nothing. You coming here to help Shibata? Tony Khan. Whoever it is that's back there, if it's Tony Khan, Jerry Lynn, whatever. This is how you fucking ruin it. And then, this is 100 episodes. There was no special about nothing. Nothing about this felt special at all. Nothing. And I'm sitting here wasting my time having to watch along with people. And I'm hoping that they would be watching it too. But I'm like, shit, I wish I wasn't even watching this right now. Now, look, I got my little rant out. It would have been worse if I did record this earlier. But I think at the end of the day, I feel like sometimes I try to stick up for what AEW does. I do commend them for, taking Ring of Honor, but I don't see how it's going to last another 100 episodes. I really don't at this rate. If they don't take it seriously and do right by it, I don't know. All these wrestlers over there, they working hard, they're trying to get a little TV time. There's no tag championship for them to go after. Where the hell is Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes? Dustin is fucking doing squash matches on Collision for no reason. Don't even get me started with Dustin having the six-man tag championships for no motherfucking reason at all. These guys have not defended this title since August. You guys, August. These titles been gone, and there's people who are working their asses off and not being able to go for any type of goal, not being able to get anything while people sitting at home, whether they're injured or not, holding up titles. I can't not believe it. This is just absolutely wild. Lee Moriarty's over there with the pure title. There ain't nobody for him to face. There's nobody for them to face. And even if there was, all y'all doing is fucking sacrificing people who are Ring of Honor for squash matches on Collision or Dynamite. And I'm just like, I don't even understand. I really don't understand. Now, I'm kind of like fucking sick of it, and I'm gonna, still watch the reviews. I just don't know. I just don't know. Because this right here was like one of those times where I'm just like, hold the fuck on. This was a turning point for y'all. 100 episodes deep. And this is how we're treating it. It was shit. Absolute shit. Don't even waste your time on watching Ring of Honor. Matter of fact, keep your little $10 and go get something from Chipotle or something. Well, you can't even buy anything from over there. Whatever the situation is, it's not worth the watch. Thank you for watching my review. I do appreciate that. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for Collision. Bye.